you should never imagine that the state has the same mentality as we do. The state wants you to take its money, and when you give it back, it's actually being destroyed. If you're in a household, you have a constrained budget, and you get money in and then you can spend what you have. And so people often use this metaphor to imagine the government like a gigantic household that's spending. And this is why in public debates about government spending, they always say, how will you pay for it? Where will you find the money? And so on. This is all a metaphor when you're imagining that the government is a bit like you are. The reality is the government is not like you are. In any country that has its own currency, the government pushes money into circulation through spending and then pulls it back out again. A good metaphor, if you're trying to understand MMT, is to think about squirrels and oak trees. Squirrels run around trying to collect acorns. And in an economy, we as money users have that kind of feeling to us. We're running around trying to find money, trying to store it, and so on. And we often then imagine that the state is like a gigantic squirrel that's also trying to do that. It's just got, trying to grab acorns as well. In reality, the state is far more like an oak tree. It actually issues acorns. It actually wants the squirrels to take its acorns because that's how it spreads its power. That's how it spreads the forest. And it's very similar with nation states. They want people to take their money. That's how states provision for themselves. When they're pushing money out, they're getting stuff back. And then we're getting that money from them, and then we have private sector activity between ourselves. And so